How's it going, folks? Adam here. Welcome back to the channel. I have a little bit of an interesting treat this weekend. You know, you ever have those moments where you just decide to, throw everything to the wind and head out into the woods? Well, that's kind of what I did. So, it is a Friday right now, Friday evening. It's about 6:21. It's not about 6:21, it is 6:21. And sunset's about 7:30-ish right now, where I'm at currently. Just out in the National Forest in Virginia here. So, gonna be trying to, honestly, do a little bit of foraging. Just gonna walk around tomorrow, see what I can see. And the lighting in here is awful. It got dark a lot quicker than I thought it was going to out here in the valley, but I'm not really that surprised. Either way, we are currently looking for a place to throw the tent up, because I did bring that with me, because I'm going to be spending tonight and tomorrow night out here. Probably heading home on Sunday. Sunday, probably about noon, maybe in the afternoon. I might take Sunday actually to do my foraging, since in the National Forest there's no hunting, so it'd be a great day to be out here to do that. And the weather's supposed to be amazing. It's going to get down to about 45 tonight out here, so it's honestly ideal. It's perfect sleeping weather out here. It means tomorrow morning the squirrels are going to be moving. It's supposed to be sunny, so they'll be out trying to get up in the tops of the trees and sun themselves. So I'll have a couple things to talk about here and there. Otherwise, I might just fiddle around and enjoy camp, build myself a little campfire, and just appreciate the fact that I am in the woods again. The rain that we've gotten this week has absolutely taken a toll on this forest road, this Forest Service road. It's rutted and pitted. It looks terrible right now. Kind of driving around, getting between the ruts. I did see 2 deer when I was actually back towards the entrance, which was really nice to see. It's very rare that you see them outside of the season, but once in a while you can get lucky. Once in a while. Even the little stream that runs through the National Forest here is still kind of tinted, I should say, from the rains that, Wednesday and Thursday. Like I said, Wednesday and Thursday just absolutely hammered here. Like 2.5 inches in one day, which, that's awful. But the rest of the time, we kind of got lucky, because it was, like I said in my last video, it was supposed to rain, Tuesday night, Wednesday, and then Thursday. The storm decided to dump absolutely everything it had by Wednesday evening. There was really no rain at all on Thursday. There was a sprinkle here and there, but it was nothing serious. But sunny, mid-70s is the highs, lows in the low 50s and 40s until, I want to say, next Tuesday. So, hey, who knows? I might even stay out here until Tuesday. I got plenty of food. I got plenty of water. I got a place to stay, and if I really need it, I can throw the engine on in the truck and put on a heater, because I'm not going to be walking too far away from the FJ tonight. Because walking is still an iffy proposition. I'm healing. I'm definitely getting better. But if I don't have to walk, I'm not going to. So I'm going to get to where I'm hoping to be, like, fingers crossed. I can get lucky and get the spot that I want to be in for tomorrow morning. Or for the weekend, I should say, but definitely to hunt tomorrow morning. But I will check in when I get there. Otherwise, if I don't have that spot, I'll find another one, and I'll check back with you once I get to camp. So I will be back. I lucked out. I got the spot that I wanted. Got to clear a little bit of debris. Bunch of sticks in here. So I'll be able to at least have my little stick stove going tonight, my Überleben. Acorns all over the place. Beautiful smell. Smells like the woods. I'm happy I'm back out in the woods. White oaks here, got red oaks here, 2 hickory trees, a bunch of maples. And the ground here, you'll notice, has got all this moss. It's going to be beautiful sleep tonight. Yeah, I got nothing else right now. It's going to be a good couple days. It's definitely going to be a good couple days. Can't wait. I can't wait. Don't even have to walk too far away from the truck. Parked right there. Amazing. There's a woodpecker. He decided to start calling as soon as I got here. There's a pileated woodpecker up that direction on the other side of where the truck is parked, so they'll probably be rather vocal tonight. Probably be vocal again first thing in the morning. But that's what they do. Might be a pretty good spot to do some foraging. I mean, there's a couple kinds of mushrooms around here. I might be able to find a couple boletes, might be able to find a couple, maybe, if I get lucky, I might be able to find a couple chanterelles, but I'm just going to look. I can't make any guarantees because I haven't been out here in the better part of a year. But it's good to be back now. It is very good to be back now. Got about an hour until sunset. I might do a little hunting. Walk a couple 100 yards in. Let's see what happens. Well, didn't do any hunting tonight. Really just took the time to get squared away. Obviously, tent set up just right here next to the truck, right where I thought I was going to be. Just smells like the woods. There's a trace of fire smoke. You know, campfire smoke, I should say. It doesn't smell like normal, house fire smoke. It just, something smells different about it being out here. I got nothing else for tonight, so I was going to turn in, maybe read a little bit on my Kindle, plan out what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and then turn in. Let's see what happens in the morning. I didn't think the moon was going to be that bright through my tent. It's pretty darn bright in here. About 10:45. Excuse me. Here, I'm going to roll over and try and get back to sleep. I'll get back with you when I wake up. When you got the moon this bright, I guess it gets the coyotes going. They've been going for about 20 minutes. It's just about midnight right now. That's pretty cool. It's highly unlikely that you'll ever hear that if you're staying in the house. But they do wake you up, so I'm gonna get back to bed. Good morning. It is Saturday at 6:21 in the morning. I know you can't see me right now, or you likely can't see me right now, but I've got about 10 minutes until legal shooting light. I slept like a rock. Don't have an accurate weather guess because there's no service back here in the valley, but I'm willing to bet it's below 50 degrees right now. Got my thermals on, I got my hoodie on, I got extra clothes on, and 2 pairs of socks, and I am cozy. But tell you more about the evening as it gets later out when things slow down. I'm feeling pretty good about this morning. Feeling pretty good about this morning. Good morning. Officially. There's not much moving apart from a couple woodpeckers. But that's okay. It's a beautiful morning. Absolutely gorgeous morning. Might not be able to see too much happening until it gets a little bit warmer because, hey, there's plenty of food this time of year. You know, it's still very early season for the squirrels. They don't have to move anywhere with any kind of urgency at all. So I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy the day. Probably gonna pick up my stuff here in a bit and pack up camp and move. Because there's another spot where I have a pretty good feeling if I move there we'd be successful, but everything's a crapshoot this early in the season. They're not predictable yet. But it's gonna be a good day. It's about 7:30 now. I've seen nothing moving except for the birds. There's a lot of birds. There's sounds like some juncos over here. Heard a couple pileated woodpeckers, one downy woodpecker, and I think I heard a flicker. But I have seen neither hide nor hair of a squirrel. Zero sign of squirrels this morning. Well, movement anyway. The signs are here. There's plenty of sign on the ground. You know, little holes they've been digging. Stuff like that. Looked around for a little bit when I got here last night. But this morning, I think they're sleeping in. It's a beautiful morning. I'd spin you around. Absolutely beautiful morning. I can't complain about that at all. So I'm just gonna sit here and just take it all in. You can see I took the GoPro off too, because in all honesty, I don't expect much to happen this morning. Early season squirrels, I have better luck in the afternoons, but you'll want to be set up in the morning just in case. Because who knows, one of them might want a nice hearty breakfast. All the signs are here. Now we just have to capitalize. I think what I'm going to do is, if I don't see anything by about 9 o'clock, I'll hop back into the tent, take a power nap, warm up a little bit, eat some lunch, and then pack up and move out. Not going home, just going to pick a different spot here to sit in. I'm not hunting squirrels like I typically do, which is, listen for them, head towards the location, and see if I can do a little bit of a spot and stalk on them. So because I'm kinda stationary these days. I just kinda have to set up where I think they're gonna be and hope for the best. It's a very passive form of hunting. You could look at it two ways. Well, I have to stay in one place and wait for the animals to come to me. Or you can look at it like this. It's a beautiful day, and I have the chance to just sit in the woods and do nothing. I mean, how could you argue with that at all? I can't. Not at all. We'll hang tight for a little while longer. I don't know if you can hear that. That sound. That's a squirrel. There's a squirrel right in front of me. I can't see him. But he is right in front of me somewhere here. I told you this would be a good spot for him. There's two. Let's see if we can see him. The sun is reflecting off my face pretty good right now. Oh, yeah, they can see me. But because the sun is right in my face, I can't see them. Yeah, bad time for the sun to pop up. Sorry if you're a bit shaky, I'm using my knee to steady my tripod. Let's turn you around, see if we can spot one. Yep. Yeah, he was in range. But there was no need to take him. That was just fun. Yeah, you can tell they're not chattering at me anymore. So they don't think I'm a threat anymore. This is why we do this. It's for the moments that make you smile. There's three of them here. I'll have another shot. Well, you can clearly see the sun is reflecting off my very pale face. And this is the first time in all my years of squirrel hunting where I dare say I probably would have been better off if I had had grease paint on. As soon as the sun busted over that hill over there and hit me in the face, they started barking. Of course, I was moving too. It was the first time I'd really moved all morning. I heard that one back behind me. I mean, it wasn't close. That one was probably 200-300 yards off. Sounded like he was back up where I have my vehicle parked. Have my tent set up. Is what it is. But when I said I knew this place was going to be good for squirrels, I was right. Now, all the sign is here. And it doesn't just apply to the national forest out here, it applies to anywhere. The squirrels are simple creatures. They can be skittish, they can be kind of difficult to hunt sometimes. But they're all wired to operate the same way. The three things I look for: water, food, shelter. As predictable as any animal, but with squirrels, you can kind of narrow it down a bit. This is the first time I've hunted right here in the national forest. This particular spot is a couple hundred yards away from the spot I wanted to be in. Well, I should say my backup spot. My backup spot actually looked a little bit better when I drove in, but there was somebody already there. There were two guys that just drove in. They were setting up camp. So I came a little bit farther in and set up where I did. But it's about 8 o'clock now, so the squirrels started moving just about on time, just about when I expected they would. Like I said, if I hadn't seen anything by 9, I was going to move. I'm still probably going to end up moving, but that's because when the squirrels are doing their thing all day long, they really aren't looking at the ground too much. So if I move over to the next spot, then I'll have a good chance of sleeping in there while they're out foraging and be able to set up for this evening, which could be very productive. Last time I went to the spot I'm thinking about, and I saw 14 squirrels, 15 squirrels within probably a half an hour. They were all super out of range. But they were definitely there. The woodpecker just moved and landed right up here. I hear him scratching on the bark. Every now and then you hear I love it out here. Well, it's 9 o'clock now. I haven't really seen much moving for a while. Had the woodpeckers have kind of slowed down. You can still hear them calling, but they're not really knocking on anything anymore. They're kind of just doing their thing. I've not seen the squirrels since they zipped off earlier. No real hint of any other movement. Of course, as soon as I said that, I saw a branch move like there was a squirrel in there. It's just a little bird, a songbird. So I'm going to be packing up, heading back to the truck, get something to eat, probably take a power nap, and see what the rest of the day brings. It's already been a great morning so far. It's been fun. I wouldn't take anything away from it. Not even with those 2 squirrels, well, 3 squirrels at least. There may have been a 4th that was like right here in this area. But definitely I saw the 2, heard the 3rd, and that last one was kind of back up over here. But Won't know what happens for the rest of the day until the rest of the day gets here, so let's head out. Well, now that I'm up and moving, what I can see here is right up there, right in the center, those brown leaves, that's actually a squirrel nest. So we know why they were there. Might have just been for one of the squirrels. It might have been for at least two of them. But these trees are loaded with acorns. I keep hearing them fall. They were falling all night too. And I'll tell you that. That's a bird, that's not a squirrel. There are a few things that will jar you from a sound sleep quite as quickly as an acorn ringing off the top of a vehicle. And I've heard 3 this morning since I woke up and moved down here. And the FJ is several hundred yards away, and I can still hear it clank. That ring out through the woods is so distinctive, obviously. But yeah, it happened. It was 7 times that I counted last night. That acorns bounced off the top of the truck. They're still falling all over the place even right now, so they'll keep doing that here for the next month or so. There's a lot of activity here in the woods. So I've already marked this spot on Onyx Maps, so I will be coming back for sure. So this place has it all. It's got water, it's got the hardwoods, it's got the food for the squirrels, and it has plenty of shelter up in the trees. Obviously they feel enough shelter that they build a nest here, so that is a good thing. This spot could be pretty darn productive. Yeah, this is kind of what I've seen all morning. I'll trek back to the truck. That right there, that's a bolete. That is an edible mushroom. But, I mean, it's tiny. Compared to the front of my boot, it might be about 1.5 inches across. And that's about the biggest one I've seen. These woods are usually chock full of boletes. I've only seen like 4 today. And again, I've only gone a couple hundred yards, so it's not like I've really scoured the forest floor or anything. But I might get lucky. Towards the front where the road turns into the national forest here is actually where I have a lot better luck finding mushrooms. Not this far back. I've never really come this far back to look for mushrooms. So we could get lucky. Let's see what happens. Well, that's something you don't find every day. That is the skeleton of a bobcat. Huh. I think that skull might be coming home with me. Now, I can't tell you what would have taken a bobcat out. No, I can't. I don't think. Besides the coyotes out here, I can't think of anything that would, prey on a bobcat. If it was a coyote, there wouldn't be much of a skeleton left. It would have been chomped down. But that's cool. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that. Pretty cool. Cool stretch of woods. I like it here.